Korean movies. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome, welcome. It's so good to be back here once again. This is another beautiful Sunday edition on the Grace Generation TV. And before I invite my guests, let me just give you guys a backup of what we do on the channel. So we talk about love, relationships, doing marriage God's way, and the whole essence is just to start drawing people's attention back to God that actually created the institution of marriage, because there's so much going on in the world right now that some people don't even know where to go. They don't know where they belong. They are just going with the wave. So
yeah,
to just help us to start knowing how God intended it to be. And the whole purpose of us coming to talk is not that we are experts, or we have so perfected um this thing of love, marriage, and all of that. But we are learning, and as we are learning, we are also sharing, so that we can all learn together and grow together. So, my name is Oluwatosin Sanusi, and this is the Grace Generation TV. If you're new here, you're so very welcome. I don't even know if that English is right, but she will correct me later. Yes, you're welcome to the Grace Generation TV. So glad you're
thank,
here. Please
thank you,
subscribe
thank you.
and click the notification bell if
Mm.
yeah, so you can get notified. And my to my OGs, thank you for always coming back. God bless you. So today I have with me, drum roll, the amazing. See, backstory, we know her as Teacher Ada, but let me introduce her to you guys as Mrs. Joy Adaobi Akeju. You're welcome, sis. As in serious drum roll.
Thank you
You're
very
so
much.
welcome.
Thank
Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
thank you
I
for
know
the
that you're
invitation.
busy, but I really appreciate
Um,
it. And
Lord work. This is the Lord work. So we have
as
to,
in,
we must not be too busy to do
so
this very
would you like
primary
to introduce
assignment.
yourself more? I can't hear you
My
so
name is
well.
Joy Afeji. It's just Mrs. Joy Afeji. That's all. There's nothing to do. I'm a child of God, a mother, a wife,
Ashe.
a sister. Have you?
And a wife, in case they didn't
I
hear the first
exactly.
Mrs. Oh my goodness, so glad to have you here. So today we're going to be talking about this, very interesting topic of, when I first thought about it, I thought like, what's even the progression, towards marriage for people. But when I was able to like more define it, I just thought like, the friendship to dating to marriage, progression. There's always that stages that people are coming to. It doesn't have to be in the same order, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I just you were like the first person that came straight to my mind. I don't know why. And funny, when I was discussing it with my husband, he was like, have you told Joy? I'm like, what? Ow! So it was just that confirmation, like it was you that God wanted us to bring, to
Oh,
just talk about
I
it.
see one
And
of.
when I reached out, you were like so ready, even if you were whining me part of the discussion. Yeah, so I think we should just jump right into the questions.
Yes.
So, the very first thing I thought of, like, what are the basic stages, before marriage? I was reading somewhere, and there's this study that said that two-thirds of marriages started with friendships.
Mm.
But there's still that one third that we don't know how they started. Okay. So what are like the basic stages before you even get to that point to say that I want to marry this person. I feel like I know this person, and I know that this
Yeah.
is the person I want to spend
Yeah.
the rest of my life with. What would you say are those basic stages?
Let me say thank you, Mr. Christian, for inviting me. It's
Yes,
an
that
honor
was
to
the
be here.
Mrs. That was a good job.
Thank you very much. Because no, now we is in the order of Christianity. that the sister
Yeah.
comes. And I think it's just something we do. It's not because we we measure by age, by grade, or
Yeah.
by maturity, but because we are all Christians. So thank you very much. I feel honored and I'm very grateful to be here. I'm hoping that whatever I say to, let me say that they are not all approved, they are not all sanctioned, but they
Yeah.
are via my experiences, via what I have read, through the things I feel that the Holy Spirit has revealed to me in the
Yeah.
kindness of my experiences. You know, when it's a great thing to know that you are doing well, ma.
Mhm.
I mean, going by the fact that we are part of this, they will say 1 to 5 years in marriage, you
Yeah.
know, and they think, people think that we shouldn't be doing this great mission because it feels like, what do you know,
I know.
about marriage? Why? What's your experience that
Yeah.
is giving you? But we are people who have studied God, who have studied who have studied things, marriages by our mentors, our parents, by people ahead of us, and we kind of know what we want. So we might have made a bit of error somewhere, and we don't want the people coming after us to do these errors.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why this this section on the YouTube on,
Yeah.
and we are doing your best, utmost best. Please, I'm grateful for. Thank you for doing the work of the Lord. The
Yes.
Lord
Thank you.
strengthens you.
Means a lot.
So on the stages, I will take it from both ends. Let me start from the end where there is no where people normal, usual people, normal. Those people go from what they call maybe friendship dating and then they jump into marriage. In fact, inside dating, some people are already married,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, because while they are dating, some of them had already gotten pregnant, had babies, not even one. And by the time you are asking when did you get married, it just feels like, no, we are just together. We may not even end up together. But I just had a baby or two for him. So for some people on that end, it's from dating to marriage. And sometimes marriage inside the dating. But when we speak about the standards, to my best of knowledge, you have to be friends with someone. And when you are friends, I want to believe that is when you are dating. According to Miles Moreau, on one of his relationship discussions, he was talking about dating in the godly way. And in godly ways means that we are keeping dates, not like anything. We are keeping dates to meet up somewhere to do one or two things, to know one another the more. And I think that's what we do with friendship. So after dating, in the Christian atmosphere, we have what we call the courtship. So
Yeah.
you graduate from that point into courtship. And everybody believes that courtship is that point where we involve mentors, we involve parents, we involve friends, we involve anyone. So on dating, one of my mentors once said, dating means we are meeting one another so that in case it is not working, let everybody not meet again.
No.
But in our work today, we take dating to be serious business. We have graduated the courtship level into the
Yeah.
date. So we have not differentiated between dating and
And
courtship
courtship.
because
Yeah.
courtship is a serious business. But it's funny that people take dating now to be serious business in our world. So after courtship, for you to graduate from dating, it means that I am sure about this person. At least to some extent, because even in
Extent.
courtship,
Yes.
you can still air God and then let go of
Yeah.
that relationship.
Yeah.
Just like we used to say, a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. So from there, we are graduating into courtship, and then from courtship, you are now very sure that you are kicked out a date. Then you are going into marriage. You want to spend it forever with this person. So I guess that those are the major stages. There are some in between stages anyway that look like a testing stage for individual person where you are looking at everyone's frame of mind, but then we just view everything into dating. That point where you know, okay, this person looks like me, then
I
let's take it
absolutely
a
agree
step
with you.
further like that. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. Because most, there's just that saying that it's so important for you to be friends even way before you guys even decide that you want to date, you want to or court, and
I
you guys.
think that friendship is a state of mind.
Okay.
Friendship
What
is
do you
a
mean by
state
that?
of mind because I listened to Pastor Daniel Olawale recently. I've forgotten the name of that man. Um, and he was saying he met his wife somehow. They weren't even friends. They just met and they started courting and then they got married. So there was no space for them to be friends.
Of that
I
friendship,
feel
yeah.
like when you get to a point where you feel that this person wants you want to be with someone, you have to make them your person. You have to begin to let's say intentionally care for those people, love them, like them, and put them in a corner where you want. You need to unbox some people that you are boxing into a particular corner. Oh, these are my friends, and then top them on the list that okay, this is my personal person. There's this song going around now that say, "Who be your guy? And only
Who be your
you are
guy?
alive." So you have to really come to that point where you are intentional because the reason we are actually friends with our friends is because we were intentional about it. We saw something about them, we liked
Yeah.
something about them, and our state of we began to grow a mind that makes it look like we
You
are
pursued
independent.
it.
And then the day we don't like them any longer, our mind tells us there's something about this person I don't like. There's something
Yeah.
fishy about it. You unfriend them
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
So it means that the mindset. So to be a friend is something you have to intentionally to the person you want to get married to. It's something you have to work on. Like this person, it should be my friend, to be my personal person, to be the first person I read, to be the first person I think about, to be the first person I look after when things get, to the bad or the worst
Good
of
or
it
bad,
all.
yeah. 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 And that's so profound because, especially relating it to the Christian world, there's some brothers that are like they're just so straightforward. When they meet you, they're just like, I know that you're my
Mm-hmm,
wife.
mm-hmm,
There's no that opportunity of I'd like to be your friend, get to
yes,
know you. They're like straight to
yes,
the point. And
yes.
for me, then I used to feel like won't it be confusing because I'm already feeling like this person is going to be, my husband. So how do I like, as someone that's your friend, you want to change things for them if they mess up. You're at
Mm-hmm,
that point that okay, you're just my friend. So if you do anyhow, that's the door.
mm-hmm.
But now that that is coming through the angle of God, I know that you're my wife, and even you feel like you have that peace, in your heart. I feel
Yeah.
does it like limit you in some ways of showing your true
I
self
doubt
or
it is limit because if we see them as people we want to get married to, there are things you correct about your spouse. You might be careful about it, but you should do it because if you are doing it for them, you are automatically doing it for yourself.
for yourself?
And I
Yeah.
think we are just when it comes to relationship leading to marriage, we are always too careful. And that's because we all are on the pretension level of showing up on all of our good sides um, to everybody, and that's why you get into marriage, and then after the first stage of butterfly is gone, and
Yeah.
then reality sets in. Some people want to leave
That's
because
true.
throughout
Because
the
they're
time,
seeing things.
yes, we are seeing things. We are seeing our friends at their worst. So
Yeah.
better see your spouse intentionally as friends. People you can
Yeah.
correct. I need a sister. You just say that because if this thing goes wrong, it might affect our marriage. So
Yeah.
rather than make the stage of marriage or the stage of courtship into marriage or dating into courtship to be a pretentious level where we are all coming in with our best shoes, clothes. I think everybody should begin to let down their guards at this point. This is the point we should bring everything to the table. Let me talk. Getting married to my husband, I wouldn't say we were really friends because we were just church members,
Yeah.
and I can't say I knew so much about him. Maybe he knew about me, but I can't say that I knew so much. It just happened that within the time we chose to get married, I was leaving the country, and It was just like I was just okay, fine, let's go. And then things might have worked well because you were at a mature age, but for many people
True.
you wouldn't really work well. So it's not something I also come to advise people on that, oh, okay, you can cling to someone and then you can go. We had our part of trying to work out our differences because by the time we realized that what we thought was no. But yes, thank God maturity came in place and mentorship came in place. So if you don't have the right mentorship, you are not mature, you are not
Will it work?
and then you just jump into this thing. Man, I trust me. You see this marriage of a thing, I told someone, I said, in that period, you just know that one day you want to carry your bag and say, you know, I don't think I have gotten, it's like I should not have gotten married. It's like when I was
Honestly,
married, I was not ready. Let me go back to my father's house first and go and think
and be
about it.
ready.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel that there are stages that people may jump. I do not advise everyone. The maturity does not carry it. If you don't have a level of God, even it works out with the people who are spiritually some level, like you said, who will say, "You are my wife." We work with them. Both of them are spiritually, physically mature, emotionally mature,
Yeah,
and they know what they are going. With.
yeah.
Someone who is going to marry somebody like Apostle Selman is already emotionally, physically, spiritually ready to know
Maturely.
that there is maybe not plenty discussion on this. So
Exactly. Straight to the
if you are
point.
someone who wants to discuss, if there's someone who wants to sit down and say, can we discuss? My dear, that's not that's not the man for you.
I feel you.
Because my man can wake up one day and then God said,
You're my wife.
and and then you are just on the run and the journey has begun. So
Yeah.
if you are like, ah, you have to, that's not the person for you. You don't need to waste your time. You don't
That's
need to
true.
think about it. You don't need to stress it out. So don't burden yourself and burden the other person. So
That's true. And
I
I
feel
feel
like,
like
but again, I want to believe that spiritual maturity helps us realize that we need to create friendship with the people we are going to be staying with. Because without
yeah.
that culture of friendship with them, there are a lot of things that you forgive your partner based on say them be your guy.
That's
There
true.
are just some
Can
things you
another
don't
person
want.
do
You
this thing for me?
tó bá súnmọ́ ẹ tó bá enter ẹ you know those kind of bá enter ẹ wà because marriage but when you look at them sometimes you feel like anyway you be my guy fa
Yeah. And
you just let it go. Yes, we may not know that there is friendship, but unconsciously we have built those those levels, and that's the reason we are able to stay. We are able to stay, and love us. So I feel on that terrain, that could be the thing. You are my wife, you are
yeah.
not my wife. It's
Yeah.
about two people being spiritually, emotionally, psychologically mature to handle what the thing. Is it the kind of thing I want? Is it not the kind of thing? Do I need to? If you're telling somebody this is your wife and you see them that they will need you to go through a process for them to come to that level, then you need to break down this you are my wife to that level. Then
Yes.
there are some people that immediately you tell them you are my wife, they are already on that level. You can
Absolutely.
move
Just take off.
them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and that's so profound because I know that God knows each and every one of us, and He knows which way will make sense, for every one
Yes,
of us.
yes.
Some people have to be friends for 2, 3 years for them to actually like really be on the same
Understand.
level, and some people, like you said, can actually be on the same level once they're even meeting each other and they just pick off. Because I remember when I was much younger, when I see people that got married after like 6 months of meeting each other, in my mind I'll be like, you guys don't even know each other, you don't this, you don't that, like what are you people
Yes.
thinking? But I've also seen people that have known each other for 5 to 10 years and they only got married for 1 year, and I'm like, what's the like that's such an irony of the whole friendship thing, because
Mm-hmm.
growing up you feel like, so I have to meet you first, be friends with you before I say, okay, now let's that time, so if someone should ask you out, you'd be like, first let's be friends, before we eventually
I'm
decide to
praying
say, okay,
about it.
let's I'm thinking follow that progression because it seemed like the thing that made sense then. But now that I'm growing, I've realized that we all have different journeys. But like you said, friendship is a state of mind. It doesn't have to follow that order of, let's be friends for one year first before we now
mm,
say, okay, we've been friends for 1 year, we can now move to dating or
mm,
courting, and then okay, we've courted for 2 years, we can now get
mm-hmm.
married. It necessarily
You can
doesn't
now
have to
get married.
follow that. Some people are courting straight away, but there is that, like, it's built on a friendship that is growing. So it makes so much sense, and that leads to my next question of how, for people that follow this, let's be friends and stuff like that, how do you now make the transition from friendship to dating, especially for people that maybe they were like really good friends, really good paddies, and maybe one of them started feeling in some kind of way like, I feel like we can actually do this married thing together, we are like
Yes,
really good
together.
friends, but at the same time they are scared of ruining the friendship,
Mm.
because they don't know how the outcome is going to be with the other
Be
person.
like,
So some people are in between that. I really feel like we can have a good marriage, based on this our friendship, but I'm also scared to lose this good,
yeah.
friendship that we have. So how do they make that transition?
Mm. You see, because I have got an experience
Hmm.
of the friendship really turned bad because of this whole transition thing that did not end up working well.
Hmm.
And like again, I have come to understand that everything is on a state of our maturity.
Hmm.
Because maturity comes to a level of us being to handle acceptance or rejection, ability to transition, and when to transition.
Hmm. Strategic when. Hmm.
When to transition. A lot of friendships don't start because they did not know when to transition. So
Hmm.
if you miss that when, you will never get it. Because there is a point where the person has hurt for you. You too, you have hurt for them. And everything is just going, everything is just clicking, is just clicking. If you miss that point and you get to a point where perhaps they moved on from
Hmm.
hurt, from having that, they hurt
Feelings and
for you,
everything,
from
yeah.
having that feeling for you. Two, it's either they try to manage the situation and they hurt you, or their outright rejection makes you feel like they were not sincere enough.
Hmm.
But the truth was that because it is usually a man thing, the man had missed out the when
Hmm.
to transition.
Yeah.
Some people exactly know their when, and because they know their when, they are able to transition smoothly. There are a lot of
Smoothly.
people who were
Hmm.
friends for long, and then they are like, let's do this. Let's do it. It's been years since, and then in fact, some people just keep telling them you can do it, and they did it, and they're fine. Now today
And
they are married.
decided to.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And there's some people that everybody has thought that these two friends are going to be these, oh, they're going to be powerful, they're going to be beautiful, they're going to make sense. And at the end of the day, it doesn't work out just like that.
Yeah.
And that's because the person who is supposed to transition the relationship has not transitioned it successfully as they went on. There are women who are bold, who can come out and say, I like it. I
Yeah.
have done it before. I like that friend and I told him. So
Hmm.
I don't know what you are thinking, but I think I like at this
Hmm.
point. We are very close, but I think I like it. I think if we do this together, I will love it.
Yeah.
But if you don't choose me, if you choose someone else, I won't be angry because I still love you as my
As my
friend.
friend. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? I still
Someone
love you.
was ready to
And
accept that part.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, he told me, he said, I'm sorry, I will have to, I will like to see another person. I hope that does not hurt. Trust me, that was the night I thought about us coming together the last. because I cherish friendship. The friendship meant more to me than us being together.
Yeah.
What we had together means good to me than the ultimate goal of. So if I don't have you in marriage, I can at least keep you as my friend.
Friend.
That was it. So I try to transition the relationship, the friendship into a dating thing, but he had other plans. Likewise, and it could be a man in my position trying to transition, and then at the end of the day, it didn't work out with him. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So by the time this friend is coming back, was trying to transition the friendship, I was weary already. Like, while I was available, you were messaging me,
Yeah.
and you coming back now. So it was not just working. I tried, but man, it wasn't working. So I just moved on, and then we lost the friendship basically, because one person was not able to handle the, when we put that side aside. So it's important that both people who are friends, who want to transition, get to that point
A
of
strategic
this
when.
this strategic point of when and how to do it. The
Mm.
fact that we've been friends does not mean you should just throw it at me. You should respectfully do it. I love you. I think at this point I love you. I like you. If it is message you want to send, if it is can we get together and talk?
Okay.
If it is taking out that you want to do it like properly. That will make the other partner feel like they feel good about themselves. That at least in transitioning this, there's a process that made me feel loved, that made me feel wanted. That
Yeah.
doesn't make me feel like, oh, I don't have any choice and you're my very good friend. That's why I'm coming back
Mm.
to understand.
Yeah.
So when you get the when, get the how, and then you can transition easily and smoothly without barrier, without issues.
Yeah.
I feel that's my own point. With this few point of mine and the examples that I have given, I hope everybody listening are able to fill up the gaps of
Yeah.
what I cannot say. I want to believe that we are mature people and we
Yeah.
are able to fill up the gaps of, especially with your friends that you know, the people that you have met, people that you have seen. If you miss that time, trust me, don't do it again. If they've moved on from really, really liking you, don't there's no point trying to transition that friendship.
Yeah.
Just God will look for your own partner for you and look for their own partner for them. Because you are going to lose that friendship.
Yeah.
You're
I
going to
agree
lose
with
that
you.
friendship.
I agree with you. And that makes so much sense because I realize also that so many people are in between that, I like this person, but they keep it to themselves, hoping that one day that person too will miraculously wake up
Yes.
and like them, and the thing will just move. But like you said, you need to, make take that chance when you see the opportunity. I also had
Yes.
like a really amazing friend that, before I even met my husband, we had been friends from like my uni days, and we were doing this whole best friend thing, and we were like really cool, like really, he knew my family members, and all of that. So it was, at some point after I finished school during my service year, we just felt like, what, I feel like we are liking each other.
We are
Then we
couples
decided to
already.
get we decided to get together and talk about it, like, okay, so this is, how it is, this is how, I feel, this is how you feel, what do you like, do you think it's going to
Mm-hmm.
work, if we come together? And we both agreed it wasn't going to work, because as much as we were amazing friends, we had so many differences, but that as a friend there are some differences that you're still cool with, because maybe in a way you're not too involved in that aspect of their life, you
Mm-hmm.
know
Mm-hmm.
but as a partner, you are involved in every aspects of each other's life. There's no part of, okay, no, I'm not involved in that part. And so we just agree, like, nah, it's not going to work, because I am like this as regards this situation, and you are like this as regards this. So could it work? We will just be frustrated and wish we never took the
True.
decision.
True.
And from that time we both moved on. Like, it was like the legit hype man at my wedding, and yeah, my husband started talking and all of that. But because we were mature enough to have that
The
conversation.
maturity. Mm.
Absolutely. Have that conversation, and truthfully, we were not blinded by whatever it is we're feeling for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wouldn't make sense to now dabble into a relationship and then plus relationship or plus friendship or everything in the mud, so
In
we
the
we
real mom.
decided the friendship was worth it more at that moment
Mm.
than any relationship could.
Mm.
And that's is like, I just wanted to reiterate that maturity aspect, like make sure
Thank
that
you.
that person is also mature. Imagine
Mm.
if you were not mature to handle whatever it is that your friend said back to you.
And I was even the female at that point.
Hmm.
Like I can imagine what we usually do. You delete them from your life.
I'm telling
ASAP.
you, you will even bring them again when you see them. It will just get awkward, you
Like
know.
it's awkward for you as a female to come up and say, you know what, I
Yeah,
like you.
yeah.
Like I'm trying to even think about how I even went because my my hard headedness cannot do that thing. So I'm
Oh
like
my
taking a
goodness.
whole risk. I mean, I'm like taking a whole risk to dive into it and say, I think, you know, I think I'm feeling you. Are you feeling me?
Are you feeling
And guy
me?
told me he wasn't feeling me. Oh. And then two years down the line, he came back to say, you are feeling me. Ah, you cannot be feeling me. Nah, you can't be feeling me.
Nah.
I try to respect the person that is trying to think what I can do it. But man, I realize that no matter how mature you are human because you keep feeling like you are a second there. Just
Exactly,
like you've gone
exactly.
and then you didn't see what you want, then you come
You now
back.
came back, you want to settle.
Yeah, and then you're now, no. I'd rather marry my enemy at that point. That was the stage for me. Yeah,
Because
I'd
truthfully,
rather
that thought will stay with
at that
you.
point.
If you even
Like,
decided to go into the relationship with you, that thought will always come back sometimes to feel like,
you know,
hope he didn't
like this.
settle when
So,
he sees something he really wanted. Then would he now cheat and stuff
you
like that?
know, yeah, I wanted you, but you did not wanted me.
Otilo,
That's not the one plan I had that. It's just not enough.
Otilo. Oh my goodness. So that leads me to my next question. How long is too long? See, I know that we've agreed that some people do 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and
Mm.
some people do like 6 months, 1 year, and and they get married. I watch some shows, and some people introduce themselves. Okay, we've known each other for 20 years. We were friends for 15 years. We've been married for five. I'm like,
Let me
Kilode.
mention one of our pastors, Pastor Tony and Pastor GF.
Were they
They
friends for
were
long?
they were around. Even I,
They
even
just
I
brought
learned
Pastor
that
Dekola to tell us.
I didn't learn that Pastor Tony was asking either a friend of hers or a sister of hers out. They've been friends for like 17 years. I don't really know. I think they've been long time.
Wow.
And then, Pastor Jacob would say that Pastor was just coming around, coming. And as a parent beside her, he was interested in. Maybe he just wanted to play, young man with that person. But last, then
Can see how
entered
beautiful
Pastor
their
JFS
marriage
trap
is.
and did
Like,
not come out again.
mm. I didn't know that. That's such a beautiful example. Because I mean, we look at them. All of us are looking at their marriage now. Like, God, when? Even in church, they're like giving us that
They are
PDA
giving us
vibes.
vibes.
You know. But
Sometimes just see her Pastor J. The day the husband got her a car for her birthday, immediately we all got to say, come and look at my car. I said, God, when?
God,
God,
when
when?
now?
Come and look at my car. You need to. I know how to
Oh my
talk.
goodness.
My husband,
My husband, my husband this, my husband that. Oh, that's so beautiful. But I feel
so
like for some people's own is when you hear about it is so long, and then the fact that maybe sometimes when you look at the dynamics around it, you're like, you shouldn't have taken this long.
Take
Maybe
long.
from people that were, maybe friends when they were younger, we can understand that they were probably not mature enough to go into a relationship. Some people
Mm,
had been friends from
mm,
maybe when they were in secondary school or
mm-hmm,
primary school. No, we're not talking about those ones. But people that you guys already met in your 20s or in your 30s, you guys were like, at least in quotes, marriageable age,
mm-hmm.
but you guys still decide to be friends for like, or whatever, like dates. Some people even date for 8 years. Friendship here is not even pinning me, but some people actually date for like 8 years, even
Good
when
for
they're
it.
mature, and they be like, "Yeah, we're not rushing into marriage." I understand, but
As far as both of them are agreeing, I don't think there's a problem. Where there's a problem is when one of the party is feeling you, is feeling dragged,
absolutely.
is feeling unnecessarily burdened by
Mm,
the longevity, by the situation and circumstances around the old dating or relationship. As far as the two parties involved understand that you want to take long, if they like, they do 30 years.
mm,
No time is too long. As far as the two persons involved are in agreement. The scripture says, can two work together
except they
except
agree.
they be agreed?
Mm,
So if they are in their journey, they decided to spend 10 years.
mm,
They decided to spend 15 years.
mm,
Are they in agreement? Where I have issue, a man wants to is saying, I want to be rich. So by force, the lady is still I want to marry. And you know, you see that I know. So you are now making her wait.
mm.
She
She
perhaps has
actually
a
wants
plan for her life.
marriage. Mm,
Do you understand? I remember that there was a time I had a man coming for me who is a deeper lifer,
mm,
and I was getting out of uni, and he was coming for me. So I told him that I'm just getting out of uni. I want to do my master's and I want to get a job. He said he would wait.
mm,
So he waited. But the truth was, I gave him that excuse because I wanted him to go. I wasn't interested. I didn't think he was going to wait the next 4 years for me.
mm.
So he waited.
Wow.
He waited another 4 years for me.
Wow.
And by the time my master's was rounding up, came up again and said he was ready. I told him, I said, I've not seen life. Why do you want to marry me? And
Mm,
then, but something told me, no, this is not the way to do it. You are doing it the wrong way. You can't
yeah.
keep coming up with it. It is either yes or
Or
no.
no.
You can't keep telling this person, I don't know. I feel that God is calling me to. And we Christian people, we know how to carry God on a long thing. I think God is teaching me through some things. He's teaching me
Mm.
some lessons that are going to be relevant. Let's swear. It's yes or no.
Oh
Do you want
no.
to do or do you want to do?
Don't
God
delay
push
another
another man
person. Hmm.
on a long journey.
Mm.
If you want to do, come into a certain agreement with them
Yeah.
that we need you to be committed unto them,
Mm.
and they come in agreement with you, that need them to come in agreement with you on that journey that, okay, we are going to take the next 10 years to correct this certain thing, to do this, to do that. It's not after the 10 years of waiting, you now come back and tell them that, like, God has opened my eyes to somebody else, because I believe that there is a lot of God available for everyone. People in the world will say karma is a bit. I don't believe in karma, but I believe that the Lord is just.
Yes, it's just.
As merciful as the Lord is, He is just. He
Yeah.
will
There's
visit you.
consequences.
Amen.
Mm.
He will visit you.
Mm.
There is no way you want to do. You 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 treat a child of God anyway, and you feel that God will not visit you. You will be visited. I don't just know the order and the pattern of the visitation of our Lord Jesus Christ, but you are gonna be visited. So let's be guided.
Mm.
You're wasting an entire 4 years of people's life, six,
Lives.
6 years of people's life, and then you come back and say, I think God is saying that we should move ahead, the Lord will provide. No way! God is going to visit you. And I think it's better we know that, the better we know that, the earlier we know that, the better for some of us in making decisions, especially young
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah.
So I think after that 4 years, I was burdened.
Hmm.
I decided that I was going to marry this man, nevertheless. But the
Hmm.
truth was that if I had married that man, I would have been a great burden to him
Hmm.
because there was no way I was going to be able to help him. He needed a housewife. I wasn't a housewife. Funny enough, we never knew we were going to make it UK where all of us would become full-time housewives. Glory
Hmm.
of God. So if we have known that we are coming to do housewives,
Yeah,
we
we would.
would have started the housewife journey earlier. Or instead of running around career and being independent ladies, you know. So I just had to call him and sit him down. I'm sorry I wasted your time. I am so sorry. I want to pay for it. I know I can't pay in money, but whatever you want me to do, I will
I will
do it.
do.
But I cannot marry you. And I laid down my head.
Hmm.
Kindly stop contacting any of my family members. I called my family members and said, I cannot marry this person. This person is like this person is like that. I think I will be more of a burden to this than a blessing.
Hmm.
And that was where it ended. I mean, it was a clear thing.
Hmm.
You know, I could have still told the guy, I just finished my master's. I
I
want
still
to
want
have
to
work
do this.
experience.
Hmm.
And then the guy will go and wait again. That's
Until
what
you
we
find
ladies
one.
do, and
Yeah.
many of we ladies. And some men do it too.
Yeah.
Because they feel like a bird in hand is better than 10,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they want to hold on to a certain good girl
Yeah.
until they see a gooder girl or a
And then
goodest
they now
girl.
get married to that one in like 6 months.
They will not
Like,
get, because it's a journey that they've been journeying. It's not something that they started in that 6 months.
yeah.
Everything we do in life is a mindset. So it's a mindset they prepared for.
Hmm.
So as soon as they see the person, they have already come to
That is
their
the
ready stage
opportunity. Exactly.
because they spent all of their preparation stage wasting another person's life, using that person's time
To
to
do bad
prepare
things.
themselves.
Hmm.
So by the time they meet that person, they are on their ready stage.
Hmm. Hmm.
So they can get married at 6 months, at 4 months, at 2 months because they have matured over the preparation. The only person who has not matured over that preparation is the
Is the
person that whose
lady.
time was glued,
Yeah. Yeah.
whose time was, and that's why God is visiting in my own life. God is visiting because at the end of the day, I will just tell the person that ọlọ́pàá tí wọ́n má dìá go and go and add their own inside prayer.
Plus prayer.
I was like, because it's not nice. It's
Yeah,
an
it
evil
isn't.
thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's
And it's so
important that
common now because a lot
yeah,
of guys give that excuse of I'm not ready for marriage.
I'm not
They are
ready.
dating
Yeah.
a girl that is ready for marriage,
Why are you
and she
keeping her?
asks why. If you know you're not ready, you should date someone that is equally not ready.
Not ready.
Be on the same page with the person so you both know that okay we are both, so even if you break up nobody is hurt, you both knew that you were not ready for
Because
marriage.
they are still not even ready. Sometimes they
But
are
you're
not
going
even
to
still ready.
meet someone that is like she's ready and you're like I really like you, you know, I see the future with you, but
I'm
you know
thinking, yeah,
I'm
that's
not
the
ready.
language.
I see you in my future.
I
I'm
can
just
picture
ready
you in
to
my
like settle
future.
down. I want to get some things done, you know, and just make sure that I'm the best man for you. Now lie. 4 years
Yeah.
down the line, they will find somebody that they actually wanted, and they will get married to
And
that
all the
person in a
preparation the
matter of
lady made,
months.
the person will use it.
Huh.
Because it's used that person to prepare. Like it's so when on this timing issue, I think is based on agreement.
Hmm.
How long do you want it?
Yeah.
How long am I willing to? We also need to ask ourselves that question. Because another thing again that jeopardizes a lot of things, you know you cannot stay that long. You burden yourself to stay that long. And you think somebody has offended
Hmm.
you. The person has not offended you if you have been clear, have you been able to be clear enough to say this is how far I can go.
I can go.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I want to get married. My family wants me to get married. I think the next step of my life needs me to get married. When I was getting married to my husband, time. Everyone feels like, why not wait? All my mentors felt like, why not wait? Why not wait one more year before you do this? Yeah, I just felt like, and I told them, I said, I feel like this is the next stage of my life. I just want to get it done. And I said, so I wasn't at that place where marriage was really, really hungry. It just feels like I fulfilled everything. I have this money, I had money, I had this, I had that. This is the next thing that I don't have. Let me just acquire it. And I want to move to another level. Anything that makes me move to another level is single. People should not come for me because I won't do this. Everybody just knows their capacity that
Yeah.
I will just become, because you can imagine me being single and the joy being single and coming into the UK and
Honestly.
then running around single and making enough, look at it, now making enough
Yeah.
dough. You
Yeah.
can imagine it at that stage, somebody now says they want to marry me, and that I have seen money. I have seen the Lord goodness, His mercy and compassion.
Hallelujah.
You go. So I knew it would be hard for me, or I thought it would be hard for me. So I felt like, okay, this stage, I want to get it done. And I need somebody on that same stage.
Page.
So
Absolutely.
I met the person who was on that same stage. Don't do it, so don't do it if you are not, if you are not ready, you are not mature, it's
PG.
not something
PG.
to
What
do
is
because
this? PG
you don't,
maturity.
yes, don't do it, so please, if you are not really, really mature in the doing, because
Yeah.
that stage you miss, you are coming to suffer with it.
Mm. Mm.
Don't ever even make us lie to you and make you feel that we wake up in the morning and then you look at the person and you're like, oh, thank God it was. No, you miss a step.
Mm.
You will struggle it out. You will fight it out. Your maturity is what will now stay.
Yeah.
Your spiritual maturity is now of the two of you. Is now that is why some people get married 3 to 4 months. They carry their bags, they leave. Because the
Someone
time
even
the
arranges.
testing would come, the testing of times and water will come. And at that point, everybody is beginning to people they want to go on this journey individually, or they want to be together, or okay, we are quarreling, but there's a need for us to be on the same, on the same lane because
Yeah.
we are together. Things will come up, things will happen that you don't believe that your partner is capable, has the capacity of this. Because you didn't even do the stage of knowing them. So
Mm.
don't think that the only thing is in sleep and the only thing, all those factors, yeah, you feel that God told them this is my wife, and then they got married within 6 months. Ask them very well. The next one year was still the fighting. Because that thing they miss, they will miss it.
They have to
They
do
will
it.
go and
Yes.
start struggling it out.
Yes.
But because both of them are mature, spiritually ready, they begin to feel like,
Fight it
okay,
out.
if not of God in you, I would have fought you, forgiven.
Yeah.
But if not of God in you, I would have another color said. And
Yeah.
before you know it, they are able to adjust. Okay,
Yeah.
my husband does not like this, my wife does not like it like this,
Yeah.
right? And everybody speaks to. Two people of ego who get married without taking those steps will end up burning themselves.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how long, because some people can get married in 6 months and end up having excellent. My friend Tolu Popola was gifting me about a friend of his. He said that they got married within 3 months. He said the first 1 year was like demons, but they loved themselves. So the thing was they were quarreling, but they constantly came back to the fact that they love one another. They were quarreling, they constantly came back to it. And then he said the thing that shocked him the most was after that first year, subsequently into their 5 years, until their 5 years, that he has never seen the kind of people so close, so loving, so
Mm.
respectful of one another with anyone not they that I don't recall. You understand? Those stages are there, and they only spend 2 time together. Yes and yes, dear sister. There are people who spend 10 years together, and they are using blow to rest their case together
Facts.
at the moment. So it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Yeah.
If you are both in agreement, both of you are in alliance,
Mm.
what you want is what you want to do. Don't waste anyone's time. Let them agree. It's not by mouth agreement. If you need them to have written agreement, go ahead and have it. Do you agree that I want to go and do a course, then I will come back and then we can think about this together. My sister, if you know they are not your plan, they don't look like it, please don't keep them.
Don't.
Sister, if brother, if you know that lady only looks like an idea of what you want, or is not a picture of what you want, please let her go.
Yeah.
Don't let her go. You will see your own picture elsewhere. Don't keep another person while scouting for your picture.
Mm.
It's very wrong. So those people are doing their side of the commitment to you, calling you, wasting emotions, telling everybody they have someone, locking up on you, loving up on you, and you are
And
constantly
saying
in the
nothing to
market
nothing to
looking for
other
what
amazing people.
yes, and losing out on other amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the funny thing about life is that it is at that point when you are with a time waster that the greatest people of life are in your corner asking you out.
Honestly, honestly,
That is when the people
honestly,
who would love you the most. I don't know how
honestly,
the dynamism of life God has made this thing.
I don't. I feel like the devil has a hand in it because
Yes, it has to be the we have to call out the devil on
honestly,
this
because
thing.
it
Yeah.
brings you gold plated when he knows that God is bringing the gold. The gold is on its way.
Yes.
He will not happily bring you gold plated. And if you don't see clearly, you're not matured spiritually, you fall for gold plated. Gold will now come. You'll not be like, oh no,
You
I already have.
will fall for panda
You
before
now
you
enter the
know.
marriage. You now realize that things in the mirror don't appear as they look.
Hmm. Even people who hate God, we are still looking at the mirror and not seeing what we thought we bought. How can I say you that did not take
No,
your
you don't.
time?
Hmm.
One of my pastors said, after praying to God and God confirming her husband, he said, some days she wakes up and looks at her husband, Boga.
Oh my god.
Boga. Say, you do your daddy, you don't take people out. You don't see what other people are doing.
You, you don't see what God is doing
But
for other
Boga,
people. Hmm.
it's also funny when she said it, but that's the reality. Because sometimes your first reaction may be, and you feel like, no, this is not what I thought. This is not how I thought the person I married. Because we all have a picture of what our
Yes.
spouses will be doing and how
In
they,
our
especially
marriage.
we ladies who are godly and and we are spiritually independent right from time. You already have a God given notion of how your man of God is gonna be like, how he's going to talk to you, how he's going to approach you, how he's going to be
Your
doing.
marriage
And
will
then
be.
one day he's not approaching you like that. And then for a minute you're like,
What's going on?
is that still God? Everybody comes to that stage at least once in their entire marriage life,
Yeah.
especially in the early days. You don't have to
Yeah.
like, God, are you still speaking? Did I be this supposed to be brother
Did I hear
Lagbaja?
well?
Did I hear well?
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
so, so it's
I think the most important thing that I've just so much learned today is, that importance of fighting, for what you guys have. Even if you guys didn't do the exact 2 years friendship, three, if your friendship, if you guys
mm-hmm,
started it in courtship or even in
mm-hmm,
marriage, just knowing that, see, whatever issues we have, go to that room, let me go to that room, let us go and think, we'll come back, we will sort it. There is no that, there's no that easy door escape. Now
yes,
we are making
yes,
this work.
walk,
No matter how
yes,
long it makes, we have to talk, we have to
yes.
argue, we have
We have to
have
sort it out.
conflict.
A
We are
TikTok
going
guy
to
said
trash this
something
out. And we're going to
that
make it
I think
work.
I
We're
posted.
going to fight. And I realized that after those conflicts, you get to that stage where you begin to know each other. Like you said,
Yes, that's
you
it.
are just adapting with each other. You just realize that,
Aligning.
we have not even quarreled for 6 months. I'm like, are you serious? This quarreling is, let's do something. Let's quarrel. So
Let's
to have
correct
that
more.
particular point where you're starting to know each other, and there's that balance. You're finding your balance already. It's just like when we also moved to the UK. You're adapting to a new country. for the first few months you are not getting yourself. You guys are
Yes.
trying to find your balance because it's a new territory and you're trying to now adapt with it. But now it feels like, okay, we're becoming a part of things. You're
You're the
understanding
whole
things
system, you
better.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
You can even start advising people like, don't do this when you're coming, or don't do this when you're going out, or because in a way, you're starting to
you know.
understand things. And but if we packed our bags after 1 month of moving to the UK, I'm like, like I can't do this again.
Some,
Yeah.
like, some people do.
No, we won't even be here, but we have to fight it tooth and nail, head on. Like, you know what? See, we are here and we're going to make it work.
Yes, we are going to
And
make it.
that's why months after, you can say, okay, we're finding our balance. And
It's
that just
working.
leads me to my final. This one is not a question. It's just like, if you were to like wrap this whole thing up and just advise, someone, like, what's that thing that you just let someone know, like, see, this is what I have to say to you, whatever stage
Mm,
you are.
mm. Enjoy being single.
Mm,
Hmm. There's a long way to marry,
mm,
and you will definitely be married.
mm,
But you see, you are never going to be able to be single again when you cross that line. Even if you decide to get a divorce, it's never going to be the same.
mm.
It's never going to be. So enjoy being single. While you're single, take all of the fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed my single days at that
you
point.
did.
I,
I know
I
you did.
over. Oh no, I enjoyed. Oh no, I did everything I wanted to do. So much that I don't, I don't wish for anything. What do you want to do? I don't do because I've done everything.
Mm,
To
mm,
enjoy to the fullest. Travel if you want to travel. I tell people I love traveling for my vacations, and at most if I can't get out of Nigeria because of finances back while I was single, I look for I even go to a yacht town.
mm.
Like as far as that, I'll just get to a village and say I'm going on a vacation. I'll book into a 3,000 hotel. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Look for things that make you happy. So I told somebody one time, I told Blessing, the lady that does cake back in Nigeria, then during one of the Valentine, I said, come and do parana for me. Yes,
Preach, please.
after.
Mm-hmm.
I said, come on, I paid the money. I said, bring a food to you people to come and do parana. I'm not waiting for somebody to love up on me. Come and do parana for
Love
me.
on myself. Yes.
I bought a car that I could afford. I traveled when I could. I got myself a driver. I got myself a every single thing. I thought human beings to have. I did it.
Mm, mm.
So don't so that you don't come into marriage and think your happiness is changed to someone. No,
Yeah.
they are
You
just a
feel
part of
left
your
out.
happiness. They are not the reason for your happiness. So if you have
Mm.
never been happy for yourself, you are going to be miserable in marriage.
Preach.
A TikTok guy, finally, I want to say, TikTok guy said something I'm going to see while we were talking. He said that if ever I get married and one day inside the marriage, you start feeling one kind way, I will not divorce you.
Mm.
He said because you had the entire time in this world to think if I'm the right guy for you or I'm the
Mm.
wrong guy for you. You did not use that time. He said even if we kill ourselves inside the new marriage, this is going to be the escape. We will make it work. He
Mm.
said, you and I will make this marriage work.
Yeah.
So when you get tired, go and sleep, wake up, and come back.
We
Because
start again. We move.
I am not about to have my children being separated, where they will go and stay with their mom for some
Mm.
weekend and stay with their dad with some weekend. So, my dear, when you are coming to me that you like me, know it that this
Think
marriage
about
is
it
to
well.
just do us part. So you better be praying that I die before you so that you can be free. Because if I don't die, you will do this marriage to death. And
That's
as,
the
as
energy we need.
well, that's the energy.
Mm.
So it's important that when you are coming to marriage, come with the person that you want to do to get do of fast. You people should be using your head to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm beginning to learn again that it is convenient. It is too convenient to seek divorce. It
Mm.
is too convenient. You just feel it's an independent way of thinking conveniently.
Yeah.
If it's not working, you can get a divorce. Try something challenging, like making your marriage work. Now, this is not when there's domestic violence or abuse. So
That
if
one
you are
no.
crossing that lane into this lane, my dear, use your Oja, what can we call the Oja now? Use your wrapper to tie your waist and be ready to fight for this thing. Up until it's a journey, it's a race that you must do to the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's no room, don't give yourself a convenient room of saying, well, I'm just here to try it out. If it's not working, I just move out and marry another person. And then, no, my dear, you don't do convenient things because there's nothing convenient in God. Is everything it comes with a task
Yeah.
and challenge. So make sure that the task you want to task is somebody that you can break down. And it is somebody that their breath in the morning will not annoy you. And you wake up in the morning, you look at them and say, okay, one, wow, it's not allowed. You have to love them in all
Yeah.
ways. So,
Yeah.
so those are the two important things. Most importantly, love upon yourself.
Yeah.
Marriage life is too long. Like forever is long. Forever is long. You get married and 1 year become like 10 years in your eyes.
Mm.
Because it's like, ah, but being single is fleeting. So enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Get join groups, go to bookstores, go join book review groups,
Groups. Yeah. Book
pick up
clubs.
challenges.
Yeah.
If you need to learn how to drive, even if you don't have a car, kindly learn it.
Yeah.
If you need to be with people, join that group. And sister, if you need to go to try out a party so that your mind is right, go for the party. I mean, everything that your spiritual mind can capture, do it. So if you need to travel to see a man of God that you love so much, you better do it now.
Mm.
Because when the kids start coming, you don't even have the time to pray.
Yeah.
In fact, when you remember to say, Lord, I bless you. God will glorify you.
Thank you for today.
Thank you for today. Oluwadabobowa. And that's it. So
Mm.
God will help us in Jesus.
Amen. Amen. I like that you always end with that. I was expecting it because I'm so used to that. The Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. God will
Thank
help
you
us too.
so much. In fact, I have learned new things this evening, and
Thank you for
I'm so
inviting
glad
me.
that I
I really
obeyed God,
appreciate
to bring you on, and I'm so glad that you also, did not look at this small girl, decided to come,
Ah,
as well.
see you now. See you now. Me that you want them to come to your channel and ask and say, when did she even get married? You want to
None
change the
your
devil in
business.
my life.
The people watching my channel are godly people. You know, if they even come, they are not godly. Those people to baptize their minds.
Yes, so they have to be baptized in the Holy Spirit.
Yes. Thank you so much, sis. I am so grateful,
Thank you for
and I pray
inviting me. I
that God
really,
bless
really
you and
appreciate
your
it.
family, and our
Amen.
marriages, will keep getting more beautiful, more interesting
Amen.
in God,
Amen.
and that people will even be
Amen.
like, you guys have just been married for 1 year or 2 years. You guys have something good going on,
Mm.
and that
Mm.
God will continue to be the core of our marriage. That even when challenges arises, He will pull both of our ears and be like,
Yes, so
you talk about it
yes,
and find the
yeah,
solution. None of you is leaving this marriage because I'm the head of this marriage,
yeah,
and
yeah.
He'll always strengthen us, because see, I think that it takes a level of pruning sometimes to even apologize, because in your mind you're like, hey, me apologize to you, like,
What
God,
did
you
I
know what
do?
He said, but that place
What
of
did I
Holy
do?
Spirit constantly
I used to
helping
pray
us,
a
and I pray
prayer.
that. Mhm.
I'll say, I use a Yoruba prayer. So I'm trying as well because I know we are working on a globalized channel now.
Yeah.
I'll say it in return. I'll try and make myself right. I used to pray a prayer for my husband. And he said that I said, because wọ́n fi ń ṣe ọkọ
Hmm.
jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ,
Hmm.
Ọlọ́run àfikún ẹ̀, òye tó fi ń ṣe ọkọ.
Hmm.
Because I don't think being a husband is just that. It's not a title. So, what you need to be a father, the wisdom you need to be a father, to be a husband,
Yeah.
the Lord will give to you because it takes
Amen.
a level of
Mm.
maturity and it takes God
Yeah,
to do
takes
it.
God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I'm going to adapt that. I'll start including that prayer inside too. And be praying it.
Because
Thank you
sometimes
so much,
people
Miss.
thank
My
you,
love to
thank you,
everybody.
thank
Have an
you, thank you,
awesome,
thank
awesome night and a
you.
blessed week. By God's grace, I'll still enter your DMs, come and whine you during the week. So thank you so
If
much,
the wife,
Miss.
if you are allowed, you are welcome. You are welcome
Thank
to.
you. Have an
Thank you for
amazing
inviting me. I
night.
really, really appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sis.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are doing amazing. You're doing
Thank
amazing.
you
We are
so
hoping
much.
that when the good of this effort of yours comes to you, just be sending 10% to us. Don't worry,
Amen.
the good is coming. You're going to
Amen.
enjoy the food. You are doing well. Thank you
Amen.
very, very
Amen.
much.
Amen. Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you, sis. Have an amazing night. Bye.
Mhm.